Up, my people, how are you guys doing today? Happy Tuesday. It's a happy Tuesday, bro. In case nobody's told you today, this is a day that the Lord has made. We will in fact rejoice and be glad in it, and I'm stoked about that. Look, man, I said that my next video topic was going to be on sphere of influence, so I'm figured I'd hop on here and let you guys know. Listen, in case you didn't know, you hold a massive amount of influence, and you may not even know it. You may not even be aware of the level of influence that God has already granted to you. You may be waiting for a pulpit. You might be waiting for a position or a title to think then that you've arrived at having influence. But can I tell you that the reality is you've already got influence? How many of you guys have family members? How many of you guys have friends? How many of you guys have coworkers? How many of you guys have places that you eat on a regular basis? I don't know if you can afford to go out to eat on a regular basis, but some of you can. Do you have high school friends, maybe you haven't talked to in a few years, but that they remember you, you have a relationship with them? Those people, you have influence on. You have a relationship with, you have relational equity with those people, which means you have influence on them, which means that you can, in fact, share the gospel with them or influence them in a positive way. Don't believe me? Watch. Let's say your friends are going through a rough time, right? And they have some family members that are not saved, they don't know Jesus, and they give them some advice, and that advice is what? Probably negative, right? The probability of them being unsaved, not having a relationship with Jesus. Do you think that the advice that those people are going to give your friend is going to be Christ-centered and directing them towards a deeper relationship with Christ? Probably not. Now, what happens if you make yourself available to those people, and then when they have a problem, you're the one that they reach out to, and you can speak what into their life? Life. You can speak life into their life, and then you influence them. Oh, I know it's a simple concept, but it makes me excited, man. And it also does this. It fills me with a sense of responsibility that I have to watch the way that I walk, because the way that I walk is going to directly impact the people around me. Yes, I think that intentionally influencing those within our sphere is important. And I think that we can do that by, meeting with people one-on-one, making ourselves emotionally available, making sure that we make time for people, making sure that we're pouring into people's life. All of these things are important, right? Right. However, I would also say that there's an indirect influence that each and every one of us have just by the life that we live. Just by the way that we walk this thing out. You and your life are on display for the world to see, and you are influencing people whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not. Your life is a walking testimony of the reality that you're living in. That reality could either be one that points to Christ and points to the goodness of the gospel, or it could be one that points to the negativity of the world, right? If you're one of those people that you're always caught up in the political things that are going on, you're always caught up in gossiping and being miserable and having a pessimistic attitude, let me tell you something. You're influencing the people around you to also be pessimistic and have a negative worldview, a negative outlook on things that are going on around them. If you have a positive, Christ-centered, joyful perspective on life and you're walking that out, you will naturally influence the people around you to do the same. It's really a simple concept, right? We actually talked about it last Sunday at my church. We talked about sowing and reaping, and how what it is that you sow, you're also going to reap. This applies here, that what you sow is what you're going to reap. If you continually sow negativity, and drama and gossip and all of these other things, then the influence that you have with other people, they're gonna reap negativity from your stuff, man. So listen, sphere of influence. If I could leave you with one thing this morning, it's this. Every single one of you, whether you like it or not, you have a sphere of influence. And I want to encourage you to influence those people for the cause of Christ. Influence those people with the gospel of Jesus Christ. Influence those people to begin to pursue Jesus at a higher level, at a deeper level, at a more intimate level. You have that kind of power, right? And to quote a superhero. I was going to say a prophet, but he's not a prophet. But to quote a superhero, with great power comes great responsibility. God has trusted you to influence the people he's put around you. What are you going to do with that? Anyways, hey, I love you guys. I'm praying for you. If you comment on this and I don't respond to you, that's because I don't have Facebook right now. I'm on a social media fast, which I might talk about in my next video, because I got addicted to doom scrolling, man. It was wild, so I decided to take a break. You got to crucify your flesh, or that flesh will creep up and kill you, man. So anyways, you guys, stay in the process. I love you. I'm praying for you. Peace out.